Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Control. We have to come to research, so I thought I'd actually just check out this side quest that we picked up before, which is to locate Dr. Underhill below Central Research. And I don't know if that's down this way, where I never actually came before. So I thought we'd just check it out, basically. I don't know if this is going to be a really tough mission, or if it's just going to be like with wells and that, which was kind of a getting them back. But I thought as we're in the area, we might as well have a look-see, you know? Is this not a bathroom? Is this where I'm supposed to be going? What is this room? Before we do anything, what is this room? Song questionnaire. Auditory experience. Poets of the Fall, My Darkness Quiet. Did the song elicit any particular memories? If so, elaborate. Did you feel a point of strong emotion? If so, what emotion? Did a clear image of a weapon appear in your mind during the song? If so, elaborate. Provide detailed description of your current surroundings as you see them. Have you ever heard of a murmur of voices when no one is present? If so, what did they say? Do you hear them now? I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be going. It might be that yellow room back that way. What did that say? Oh, it's the song. Okay, that's cool. I will listen to that later. Not what I need to do right now. I don't think. So this, I think, is going to involve the mold stuff, which would be quite a good one for that mission I've got. Yeah, it's got to be this way, hasn't it? Well, that button doesn't seem to be working. What is this place? Threshold utility. Thresholds have always been sources of great inspiration and great challenge. When a new threshold manifests in the old house by something, we never know what new discoveries it will provide to the Bureau, but we must always seize those opportunities. This report will examine the process of distinguishing recent threshold effects based on the utilitarian possibilities. The quarry brought black rock, one of our most invaluable discoveries, but if the mould has any scientific value, it has been difficult to find due to the lengths we must go in fighting back the particularly prolific plant. These are very distinct cases and worth comparing as their study offers vastly different dangers and rewards. I don't know if I need to go down that hole, because I could go down there. I could use my little floaty powers to poof my way down there. All the noises! It just makes the hair stand up on the back of my arms. On the back of my arms. On the back of my neck. Yeah, I spotted you. Okay. I don't know whether to try to go down that hole. The button didn't look like it was working, so if that is where I need to go, then I would have to float down. Hubert Blackrock analysis. Hi Carla, does it strike you as odd that Darling insists on having us appear in those bizarre videos of his? I mean, we just stand there, he doesn't let us have any lines or anything. Don't get me wrong, beats a day in the lab, plus it's always great to work with you. Oh yeah, I finished the comparative analysis of the 2 black rock samples you sent, the prism or whatever you call it. I filed them in the usual place, under C for Carla, handy mnemonic device, right? Haha. Anyway, let me know if there's anything you want to discuss about the data. I'll gladly explain. Maybe we could chat about it over drinks or dinner even. I can't remember the last time I had a good steak. Maybe we could go together after work sometime. I'm free tomorrow. Ah, Hubert had a workplace crush. Green chair. Oh, yellow chairs. Okay. Okay. So we went in there. This button definitely doesn't work, right? It's a very long way down. Although there are ledges that seem to be very well designed to let me jump to. I could float all the way down, but why take the risk, right? Because if I accidentally let go of the button, I'm dead. I'm definitely supposed to be able to come down here, so that's a good sign. Hopefully there's a control point at the bottom that I can just teleport back out. I've not really had to deal with the mold before though, so I don't really know what to expect down here. I can't see this woman being alive. This place doesn't seem particularly friendly. Any documents? It's certainly creepy. I am officially nervous. Do I have a map? Not particularly. Oh, there are people here. Hey guys. How's it going?
Careful in there, ma'am. Area's under quarantine. You wouldn't go in there without talking to Underhill first. Even if you have, I still wouldn't go in.
Where's Underhill? Can I walk through this stuff? I'm very cautious of this now that I know that it can hurt me pretty bad. Oops. Is Underhill in here? I'm taking their advice. I'm going to try and find Underhill before going in that room. Oh crap! Yeah, that was a good thing to set for this place. Cautious of them because they're gonna kill me if they blow up. Ah! They throw things! I didn't know that. I was just like, I can pick them off nice and carefully over here. Not have to worry about it. Do have to worry about it. Have a desk. So why did that one over there not count? Is that not a mold thing? Is she really in here somewhere? Ah! What shot me? Oh, that guy right up there? He's bloody miles away. How did he even see me? Ooh. Cool. Gotta be careful of all the things that can explode around me. See, he doesn't count as a mole post. I wonder why. Are they just normal hiss then? Is there another one? Oh, there's someone above me? Where do you come from, you little rat bag? Music stopped being ominous. Let's pick up some of these healthy bits. Any reading materials? No? Oh. Eh. Are we going up there? So could I have not explored this place properly if I didn't have my levitate ability? Oops. Lab 8. I could have come around. Why do I feel like this is just going to unlock another you can fight in a folded item thing? This is for me. Where am I going now? Is that the way? It's very hard to see in here. It's quite gloomy. Which way did I come in? I came in that way, didn't I? So where's Underhill? Oops.
Excuse me? Are you lost?
Oh, she's in here. Okay. So why were they telling me not to go in here where she was then? Do you want to know how my mold research is getting on, Casper? Here it is. Microscopic organisms similar in appearance to something construct the architecture of the mold. I do not understand if these are original disseminators of a mold or are bitten by some fungal infection. Mold is the most prolific and durable organism I have ever seen. I theorize there is a mold source located somewhere on our side of the threshold, rooted here to accelerate growth in our dimension. I refer to this yet unknown source as Mold 1. Mold produces an enticing aroma to encourage human consumption of itself. It propagates in the chest cavity and quickly subsumes the entire body, seizing control of motor function. This behavior was not observed when I first arrived, which means the mold has adapted to our presence, targeting our biological imperatives as a way to spread. It is a truly ingenious little thing. Okay, let's read her other research before we go anywhere else. Threshold Utility Counter Essay. Dr. Darling's recently penned essay titled Something contains some glaring omissions that I feel must shine a light on. Firstly, the entire premise of the essay is that the quarry threshold is beneficial to the Bureau, while the mold is actively hostile, to use his words. We cannot determine the worth of these dimensions and their life forms using bureaucratic definitions. Secondly, the mold is much more beneficial than some rock. If the something creating the mold were reconfigured in their purpose, the structures they could build would rival the greatest skyscrapers. The mold's resistance to various strains of disease we've attempted to introduce could be derived into something. Yes, admittedly the application is more difficult than picking up a rock and gluing it to a wall, but I pause to wonder when the Bureau lost its eagerness for a challenge. Okay. Okay. Let's just open this door. Oh, there's another thing. Underhill, checking in. Hello, Rhea. How's it going down there? Enjoying the mold so far? Settling back into life of the old FBC. I also wanted to ask how your coffee with Emily went. She's a star on the rise, incredibly bright, extremely intuitive, but I want to hear what you thought of her. I think you two could be very good on a project together. Could learn a lot from each other. Let's get together and chat about it soon. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. I'm sure you can't think of anything besides the mold right now. You're always were a woman of focus. So he was trying to get rid of Emily? Not like properly, but hello.
Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
Yes.
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to.
Person in the pajamas.
Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
Why? Because of those hiss things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
You mean this mold?
Correct. Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
It could, and it will, whoever you are. The mold is spreading. We need to find the source before it spreads too far.
And these samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source of the mold.
Okay. So what do these samples look like?
Similar to the one on my table there. I've made a list of the samples I need. Here. You'll find them throughout the threshold.
I'll take a look.
So I've got to go back to that bit I just did.
My name's Jessie, by the way.
I'm sure it is.
Type A grows near fresh corpses. Type B grows near toilets. Type C grows near televisions. D grows near staircases. And E grows near the pit. Okay.
Have you worked with Emily Pope?
Our paths have crossed. Darling arranged for us to have a coffee. A meeting of the minds, he called it. She's talented. I can certainly see her doing well here.
I feel like there's a but coming.
But she's drunk a bit too much of the Bureau's proverbial Kool-Aid. She shouldn't be afraid to forge ahead on her own. Science is skepticism. Everything must be questioned before the truth can emerge.
So is Darling your boss?
If you insist on clinging to such outdated hierarchies, then yes.
Just got deja vu from that.
However, I would argue that our fields are too dissimilar for one to manage the other. Of course, Darling would much prefer to find his own miracle solution to the Bureau's fungal frustrations. He always needs to be the hero.
So tell me again how you came to work at the Bureau?
Well, like I said, I was brought in as a special advisor.
Did she
A
say that?
temporary position, you see. Although that's not the whole truth. I was employed here for a time, straight out of university. After a decade of admittedly fascinating work in threshold research and regulation, I began to chafe under the bureaucracy. I needed a change. Not that academia was so different.
And then the mold happened.
About 4 months ago, yes. Since my departure from the Bureau, they hadn't been able to find my equal in threshold analysis. Darling and I had kept in touch over the years, meeting at conferences and the like. He called me, and I booked a flight. I've never been able to say no to a man with a dangerous alien biosphere.
Who could?
I had to leave my post in the middle of term, but so be it.
So she's a professor. That explains a lot. The mold seems to be having some weird effects on things.
Indeed. Even people are susceptible. The fungus grows rapidly within the chest cavity, killing the host. Luckily, one must ingest the stalks to become infected.
Don't eat the mold. Okay.
We've always cremated the infected bodies after autopsy, but I believe there may be another stage of maturity. A blooming, if you will.
I never thought the word blooming would sound so horrible.
Yeah, and it's probably something I'm going to have to see as well, and I didn't want to. Okay, so I might
Thanks for the
delve into
information.
this a little bit,
My pleasure.
rather than continue with the main quest, just because it sounds quite interesting. So I know that one grows near the pit, he said. So we can go and have a look and see what we're actually looking for. I don't know if the...
It smells so sweet down here. Suddenly I'm really hungry.
Do not
I
eat.
wonder how this mold tastes.
Don't eat it.
Are those people?
What? Oh, what people? So one's got to be down there, right? Because that's the pit. Let me just, like, get rid of these. Is it that? Yeah. Looks like. Oops. Oops. No. Get out of the pit. This.
This looks like a good one.
Okay. So one grows near staircases, near fresh corpses, so that'll be up at the control point. I don't remember seeing any televisions. It's not to say I haven't. I just don't remember seeing them. Oh, I didn't even go that way. I didn't even spot this way before. So probably one this way then. I'm like, which way is the way? Ha. Is that a television one?
One of Underhill's samples.
Cool. So near toilets. Have I seen toilets down here? Staircases might actually have been back where we were. Or over there. Oops. There's staircases.
Found one.
So this is obviously going to end in a boss fight. Down in that pit. We have to cleanse things. So one must be in here somewhere. Probably out in that back room where all those people were.
This must be one of the samples.
Toilets. I don't remember seeing any toilets. Ah, toilets. Did I go out here? I thought I went out here already. Did I just miss it? Aha, I did miss it. It was in a little nook.
This looks like a good one. That's all 5 samples. I should get these back to Underhill.
Yeah, and then see what fun awaits. I think it's going to involve these exploding things, which trigger when I even just get near them. 'Cause that's the kind of fun we like. Levitating is fun. I do like levitating. Have I gone the wrong way? No.
You look like a woman with mold for me.
You would be correct. I got lots of mold.
I
for you.
found all 5, but I kind of wanted to eat them.
The mold has that effect on some people. Likely due to the fact it's not actually mold or even of this dimension. I suspect it is the result of 2 incompatible molecular structures, one dominant, coming into contact. I call it mold or fungus because it's closer in appearance and behavior than anything else we know. Except perhaps bacteria.
She reminds me of my old biology teacher.
Did you happen to meet any more members of my ranger detail?
I didn't see any rangers, just walking mold people. Unless...
Yes. If you found mold people, you found my rangers. I refer to the creatures as hosts. They, like other unwary agents, succumbed to the appetite. But that's nothing for you to worry about. The pill I'm about to make with these samples will make the lower level perfectly safe to traverse. It has the added benefit of immunizing you against the pit's toxic spores.
That's always nice.
I feel like I should ask to see her credentials.
There. That didn't take too long now, did it? Ingest this pill, then go and find the source of the mold. Only there can we begin to understand how to stop it.
Take a mystery pill because a rude lady in a hazmat suit tells you to. Great idea, Jessie.
Nothing could go wrong with that, could it?
Ugh. Honestly, did you want me to wrap it in cheese?
Not the taste, the smell. It stinks in here now.
Good. That means the pill is working. The worse it smells, the safer you'll be. Now go. Find the source.
Okay.
Thanks for the information.
I'm curious
My
how
pleasure.
this is going to come out. I'm pretty sure it's just going to end in a big fight. But you never know. I might get lucky and just be able to turn off something. I doubt it. So we
This
can
must
go
be the
down there
pit
now.
Underhill was talking about.
So can I stand on this stuff now too? Oh, I can. Am I just meant to like leap of faith that? Level 9. That's really high level. I'm scared now. I've never seen a level 9 guys before. I could have controlled him. So now I could go around all the places where there were like molten things. What is this?
Squad Captain Lopez, reporting on Expedition 17B. Active formation now. Visually, no distinction from the previous visit. The link detectors are still standing. One arch has a light flashing, so we're gonna give the area a once over. Then we'll head back. Lopez out.
I'm gonna guess that they didn't make it. Okay.
Oh, God. The further I go, the worse it smells.
It will die eventually, so, you know. Yeah. I don't like them. But I might need some help. Is that a down? Or like... Really? Make noises. Noises are not allowed because they scare me. No, you may not grab me. They look like clickers. Which makes me appreciate them even less. Oh, I could have just come that way. Okay. Didn't realise there was a bad guy down there. I think this is one of the ones that doesn't fire stuff at me. So I'll just kill it. Can you get up here? I don't know where he went. Tell me if there are more people down there. What's that? That looks like a person. Oh, the mannequins. Why do they got mannequins down there?
They're all dead. These things killed them all. There are so many. You're listening. Get out. No.
Okay, she said go, let's go. Another leap of faith? What's with the mannequins? I don't like this place. I don't like this place at all.
Is that the source? It's kind of pretty.
It is not. Oh, see? It's definitely not pretty.
Not pretty.
No. Not pretty at all. Ooh. I'm guessing I've got to avoid those gas things because that's going to kill me. My health is not doing so good. Crap, I'm going to die. There's not. What am I even supposed to do here? What was I even supposed to do? Have I got to get all the way back? Because there wasn't a control point.
It's kind of pretty. Nope. Not pretty.
Whoa! Bloody hell. Ouch. Make quicker. There's a lot going on right now. Keep moving. Oh, crap. I'm gonna die. How am I supposed to survive this? I think I'm actually going to leave this one here for now. Just because I'm going to have to go all the way back through to down through those tunnels to that boss again, and every time I die I'm going to have to reload it, and it's probably going to take quite a lot of time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold fire on that one and probably head off to the dimensional area next, and then I'll come back and do this old growth one, because I don't know if I'm just under leveled because they're a level 9 bad guys, and that's not something I've come across yet. It might also just be really tough. There's a heck of a lot going on there with them throwing things at me and punching things and all the gas and dropping things on the ceiling and stuff. So I will have to hang my hat on that one and come back later, I think. So on the next one we'll go off and do the dimensional area. So see you then.